come on in. Let's talk. I am your host, Miss Spicy Red. We are back at it with another show of my podcast. Today I have two of the favorite people in my life. These are my little big cousins, as I should say. They're younger than me, but sometimes they put me in my place and they act like they older than me, but they're not. Okay, it's like a 12-something year difference and all that. Listen, but yes. So I have my little cousins Jerron and Jalen on the show. Today's topic we are going to be it's about family, but they are unique in their own little way, and they got things going on in their life. That's a big thing. So, and we all go to the same church, of course, and they are Sunday school teachers as well as what they got going on in the community. So these children are great, but they are definitely hood, though, so don't get it fucked up or misconstrued, okay?
Third parties.
Okay, yes. Listen, we gonna tap into that too, but they church, but they hood too, and so with that being further ado, I'm going to go ahead and, like I already introduced them, but welcome to my show, guys. Thank you for coming.
Thanks for
I love you guys
us.
as always.
We
You
love
guys
you.
We're
are
honored. We love you.
part of my heart, and I'm going to really miss them when I leave that little word, but we always going to link up, so it ain't about nothing.
Facts.
These are my babies. Like, they watch. She act like she the mom to my kids.
And
Okay.
I am.
They
My
done
son is
been.
graduating.
My son graduate this Friday, May the 9th. As y'all know, I said it before, but
And we about to act up.
yeah, we gonna act a fool, okay?
We gonna be on the stage.
We gonna act a
Giving him
fool.
Yeah.
They both are alumni.
Facts.
And they both have special roles. They are in sororities. Am I saying that right?
Yes.
Alpha.
Yeah.
Sororities, yeah.
Yeah. Fraternity.
Okay, yeah, and they be and I'm their biggest hype man. Like,
Yes.
don't
It's a
get it
fact.
fucked up. I'm their biggest hype
For sure,
man.
for
I
sure.
hype the fuck up and all that. Like, listen, I love the fuck out of them. I promise you.
Yeah.
So Jay, we're gonna start with her because she's just a box of sunshine, and you have something going on called Jay's Box of Sunshine.
Yes.
So starting off by letting us know how old are you, where you from, and who you are.
Ooh. How I look. Like, I'm 30 years old.
Damn. My bad.
Big 30.
30. I just turned 30 in December. I'm from Wilmington, Delaware, 26th Street.
Okay.
North
Side. North Side. Okay. North Side. Oh, damn. North Side. Let's go.
North Side. And what else did you ask? My age and where I'm from.
Where you from and what you do for a living?
Oh, I work at the bank and I'm a client administrator. And on the side of that, I am heavily involved in church as a youth Sunday school teacher. And I have a business called Jay's Box of Sunshine, which Tiff briefly mentioned.
Yeah, so tell us about that. How did you come up with that? Because it was a wonderful and lovely idea, and she did some amazing things with that. How did you come up with that? How did you, like, what inspired you to do Jay's Box of Sunshine? And it's not up and running any longer. So we don't get into why, but what inspired you to do that, and what actually is it? And then you're going to let us know what happened.
Yeah. Yes, well, absolutely. So, what it is I curated, because I don't have any more, boxes for all occasions. Any size box. I used to put so many things in them, like T-shirts, cups, encouraging messages. It even got to the point where I worked at this job, and I used to have a box on my desk where people would pull and grab cards from with gift cards and messages. But it originated from Dell State. I remember walking on campus, and, you know, college is hard. It's fun, but it's hard. You have those days where it might be a good day. It may be a bad day. You may have not eaten. You may have had a test. You may have failed a test. So many things, right? So I would be walking on campus, and I would be seeing people just sometimes looking discouraged. And I'm like, what can I do? So my thought process was, my grandmother passed away my freshman year, 2013. Rest her soul.
Yes, rest in peace, Mama.
Yes. So I was like, she used to do these things called love calls. I remember those.
Yes.
Remember those?
As for the church.
Yes. She would call and say, hi, this is Sister Dolores Drennan, and I'm giving you a love call. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, well, that is weighing on my heart. I lost her my first year of college, you know, going through college, you want those support systems.
Yeah.
And she was like the glue to the family. So when I
Yeah.
lost her, I was like, which way could I pay my respects? And one day I was scrolling on Pinterest and it popped up like a box. It was like a yellow box. And I was like, that's interesting. But then I was like, what can I do with this box? So I sat there for maybe 5-10 minutes and it came to me. Maybe I could incorporate a box of sunshine, give it to those people on campus, but it also includes her giving a love call. So in my mind, I'm like, this is a love box. This is a love
Right.
offering. It's free.
Right.
I would make these boxes in my room. Mind you, these boxes were like $50, $60 that I was giving out. But because I felt like my grandmother, with her spirit was on me and allowed me to do this, I would create those boxes, walk around campus, give them out.
Right.
And I was like, oh, this is kind of fun. So when I
That was
graduated,
amazing.
thank you. When I graduated, I was like posting it and I was getting all these responses. I sent one out to Arkansas to this boy that I had met through working on my MacBook on the
Okay.
phone. We were on the
Okay.
phone for like 4 hours trying to get my MacBook fixed. And in the midst of that, I'm telling him about the business. So, I mean, my grandmother's spirit was, my mom's spirit was all up and through that business. But when I turned it into an actual LLC, I felt like because everyone was telling me, you need to make a profit, But to me, I'm like, I'm doing this for the love and the
Right.
goodness of my heart.
Right.
So when I turned it into an LLC, it kind of took the passion out of it. And I just
Okay.
was like, I don't want to do anymore. And my last box was during COVID, and I was just like, I'm not doing it. Like, I don't
Yeah.
want to make it a business.
COVID sucked.
COVID sucked, and I
It
thought it was
sucked
going
for the
to
whole entire nation.
for the whole entire nation.
I was getting money during COVID. I don't know.
You got a PPP loan?
Nah, but I was getting a lot. I was getting a lot of money during COVID, man. It was fun times. It was,
Yeah, because Trump did give us,
Yo.
I
I
was
ain't gonna
loving
say it
that
was
Trump
but
money.
I
Yeah.
was
Think
getting,
that little stimmy?
Yeah.
listen, man,
Yeah.
I wasn't going nowhere. I was saving money, so
Absolutely.
Yeah, because but her idea was great, and she touched a lot
Thank
of lives,
you.
and it was a wonderful idea. She did amazing things with it, and just watching your videos and stuff, like you really actually can see the joy in somebody's face.
Thanks.
Like you really brought the joy in someone's heart with giving them that box, because the box was actually filled with love, and she is a real lovable person. Like she just gives. She got so much love to give, and she is like not the party planner. What are you in the family? Because we all went
The
to
wild one.
She,
I'm
the wild child.
wild. I am wild.
She is. Yeah, she's wild.
I'm wild.
Okay, and I did touch on a show or time or two where I said the family thought I was the bad person in the family, but these two,
Nah.
like, they really got me beat on a whole lot of levels, okay? And it was some things we gonna take to the grave and all that, but it's levels to them. I promise you, they got me beat. Like, I used to live down 22nd Street, down bottom, and they was in college, and I would let them throw house parties, and these
Were we
house
college
parties.
or high school?
it was college.
It was college. Y'all just
Yeah.
got to college.
Yeah, he just got to college.
Just got to college.
Yeah.
I was high.
Okay, he was freshman in college. You was senior in high school, but she was on her
Nice.
way because she did join him in Del State. But these was some of the wildest parties. I mean, I'm talking about we had a whole 22nd Street. It was cars everywhere. It looked like the
Yes.
Greek. I'm telling you, like they had car. It was children everywhere. And
Everywhere.
I let them have like a couple. It wasn't. It was a few, more than two. Okay,
Absolutely.
birthdays. It was birthdays, and then it was just like
Regular
because they just
parties.
wanted to get together, and I did it because I'd rather have them just be at my crib and they were safe with me, and turning up, but they were safe and their friends were safe, and
Yes.
wasn't nobody like I would wake up going to work the next day.
Slumps.
And it's people, I'm stepping over motherfuckers in my crib, trying to get out the fucking door, like people on the steps and everything. But everybody knew that if you couldn't make it, you could always stay at my house because I'm the
Yes.
kind of person, the cousin, the aunt, and all that. Like I'm gonna let you do what nobody do.
Indeed.
I'm gonna let you do what
Indeed.
nobody won't, but I'll make sure you're safe at it. So I was always there. They
Yes.
never had a party, and I left the building. I was always home to
Absolutely.
guard and watch out because at one time 22nd Street niggas was trying to come up in the party. Like I literally was at my door, like literally like, wait a minute, y'all can't, they're all college kids, but it was so many people And they wanted to come in and party, but I'm telling you, and they had the whole downstairs lit up from out of the living room, a den, a dining room, even the kitchen. Like it was lit, but everybody was safe.
Yes,
So
that's
yeah,
the kind of cousin she
I definitely,
is. We love her.
I definitely let them turn up. I let my nieces turn up and nephews and everybody. Like yeah, but I'm always safe with it, and you know, I just do things that you know the parents wouldn't let them do, but they safe with it, and it's okay because I'm always there to watch and be the guard dog and stuff and all that. So it wasn't nothing too out of hand, but you know the cops done got called, but ain't nothing ever happened. I'm just married. Everybody be quiet. Shh.
Facts.
How you all know how to
The
just be
popo
quiet?
outside. Listen, be quiet, and the whole
Simple,
house was
man.
quiet as a mouse.
You can't even get folks quiet in
Left.
classes.
Go ahead and keep the party going.
Nah, literally.
I mean, I went to work and people were still downstairs. They was up at the tables talking, and yeah. So I let them do everything,
That was
and
good.
because they deserved it. You know, the family was a little bit strict on them coming up and all that. So, and I want them to enjoy life, and that they did. They did. So, Pooter, you do an amazing thing with a sneaker drive every year for the community, and you collect so many. Yeah, hat off to you, cousin. Hat off to you. You collect the sneakers for the children. You are for the community. He's a great cousin, big cousin, and godfather. Great, you know, he
Yes.
would be a lovely uncle one day. You know, yeah.
That's what she's looking
Speak that to his
Yeah.
Speak that into his distance. Yeah. So tell us about you and how old are you? Where you from? And like I said, you got the sneaker drive, and he also. And then we're gonna get into the Sunday teachers because they both do it together. Because these two are best friends, peas in the pies, ace, boom, cooms, like you know, right hand, left hand, like you know,
Literally.
li-
Left
li-
hand, right hand.
literally, like. If don't nobody know what nobody's doing, they both know. They both keep in cahoots and all that.
Sure.
So I'm putting it on you now.
Yeah.
Because
Appreciate that. I'm 31. I'm from over north, 26.
North Side.
Yeah. Right now I'm associate director at Dell State.
Big
My
dog.
boy just got promoted.
Big dog in the building. Yeah.
Yeah,
Because,
A university.
Yeah, just got promoted last month. So I'm associate director of human resources.
Yes. Get it done.
So yeah, I'm gonna be at Lil Cuz graduation next
Yep.
Friday.
Yeah.
Acting a-
Friday.
This Friday
It's this
coming
Friday.
up, acting a
It's
fool from a
Friday.
Acting
distance though.
fool. Yeah, we gonna be.
I already
acting
got my
fool.
extra change of clothes. Like I gotta work in a little bit. Then I'm gonna change for Lil Cuz graduation.
Yeah.
But now the sneaker drive. So basically every year we just collect sneakers and to try to give them out to the homeless, or not the homeless necessarily, but people who may be
less
going through a
fortunate,
difficult
right.
time. Absolutely. And it's crazy how it started. Like I was laying in bed and I was watching Martin. Man, I don't know if y'all remember that Christmas episode where they was at Nipsey's and he was talking to the boy
favorite.
and he took off his sneakers and gave it to the
And-
boy.
yeah, I
what
remember
mean?
that. I remember
And
that.
I'm like, yo, I like one thing. I love sneakers. So I'm like, if you and then we always got sneakers that we don't wear anymore. We buy sneakers throughout the year, and it's like you know, a lot of times they just go to waste or people throw them away, wherever the case may be. And it's like if we could just take some, maybe 2 or 3 pair of sneakers that we have and give it to somebody who may
Right.
appreciate it more than we
Right.
do.
Right.
That's where it started at, and it kind of just started like me creating a flyer, posting on Instagram, and then getting donations. And at the time, my first time doing it, I lived with Aunt Lisa, so I had all the sneakers in her basement. I just made like a
Lined
big
up.
circle
Lined up.
in the basement. Yeah, it was like 75 pair of sneakers. I'm like, oh, that's just dope.
Yeah. Amazing.
And then the following year, it kind of progressed, and then like I started telling everybody about it. So I would tell my people at work, and at the time I worked at Enterprise. You know, I
Great
worked with
networking.
yeah, just letting people know, and then people would just donate, and next thing I know, I had like 150 pair of sneakers. And then a good friend of mine, Alex, he does a toy drive at the Chase Field House, and I'm at the Field House giving on sneakers to families. They're about to getting toys, and it just continued to grow in progress, and now it's to the point where like people will write me in March, April, like yo, you doing the
they
sneaker
writing
drive in
them.
December? I'm gonna hold these sneakers for you,
Right.
and it's like you gonna hold sneakers for 7 months, or you thinking about
Yeah.
the sneaker drive that you know I started years ago in March and April. So I just feel like it's a blessing.
Definitely.
And it gives a way for everyone to be included, to give back. You know what I mean? Something small and, you know, something that you see to help benefit others.
And that's wonderful.
That's big.
That's
That's not
heaven
small.
sent. Yeah.
Facts.
Blessings on top of blessings on top of blessings. So you definitely gonna be blessed for that.
Yeah.
And you as well for your little box of sunshine because again that brought joy in people's hearts and everything. So that's something special. So what made you guys? We grew up in Cornerstone Fellowship Baptist Church. Lee Boulevard, Wilmington, Delaware. Pastor Reverend Donald E. Dunnigan.
That's a plug
See,
right there.
I
Yeah.
okay.
plug this
Let's
in.
need to add you to the
let's
marketing
get
team
it.
over there.
Yeah.
Three kids
Let's
by the
get it.
end.
Let's get it, okay? If you don't want to come join, just come to get the word because it is a good word. But you can also watch the church as I do. I'm half in and I'm half out. But whatever I do, I make sure on Sunday, I don't care what I'm outside doing, that church is being played in my car, coming through the speaker saying, God, I need to get the word. That's blessings for the week. You know what I'm saying? It is a great church. So come on. Come join us. Come sit for a service because we got wonderful. It's a wonderful church.
Yeah.
Not so much. It's the age range is kind of missing. It's kind of missing the younger children. It kind of goes from newborns to
30.
to 12 years old. Kind of skips in between here and there, hitting and missing with the teenagers.
Yeah.
Then it probably picks up about 30, maybe then it skips out a little bit, then goes about the 45 and olders. People have, I guess moved away or just, went to other churches. And, that's everybody's calling. But like I said, it's a family church and I've been at that church my whole life and I will continue to be there until I leave Delaware in a couple of months. But these two, again, are Sunday school teachers and they're downstairs working with our youth. So what made you guys, and I wish Mom was here to see that because
Lord.
she would definitely be a blessing and praising these kids, and she would be
Absolutely.
downstairs with them,
For sure.
with
Yes,
them
she
every
would.
Sunday with them kids. But because she would be upstairs running out of gas too in that seat because when she get to going and you couldn't stop her and she
Yes, that's shame.
my baby ran out of gas.
I used to be
Yeah.
scared.
Okay,
Word.
yeah, but we just go over to her and
Every
fan her and
Sunday.
Yep.
and let her go because
Yeah.
it was a good spirit and a good Lord hitting her. So what made you guys?
They don't get the Holy Ghost no more, do
You
they?
don't get the Holy Ghost.
No,
That's
not like that.
crazy.
Not like that. What made you guys want to become the great Sunday school teachers that you guys are? Let me just add that.
Thank you.
Okay.
Appreciate that. Honestly, I'll give it to Jay. I'll give Jay the credit, to be honest. Like, Jay had a passion. She loved kids. Like, I mean,
She
we all
do.
know that.
She's
loved
great with
kids. Yeah,
children.
she loved kids. So Jay kind of like started it, and then
Children kind of gravitate towards you.
yeah,
Literally.
for sure. She got a good spirit.
She does.
And Deacon
You do
Bruce,
too.
Yeah, you do.
You too.
Deacon Bruce,
Puda.
he kind of, him and his wife, they kind of, I guess, nurtured us. I guess Deacon Bruce. Yeah.
She's slick.
That's all right. I wonder where you're going too. I'm waiting to ask that, but she didn't say it. She didn't say she's leaving Delaware 3 times. I'm
We
like,
go like this with my sweater until you study saying it. Let me stop. I'm good. I'm good, y'all. I'm good. We free.
She not
I'm
pregnant.
outside.
She not
I'm outside
pregnant.
this
She-
summer.
no, you're not. You about to lie. You about to lie. You about
She's
to
not
lie.
pregnant.
You about to lie.
But it's good because they got the word in them. And,
Yes.
and Puda also does Bible study on Thursdays.
Oh yeah, I stopped
does
it
that
though,
too.
but yeah, I was doing it.
He was
Yes,
on it,
yes,
but
yes.
he
But
was all tuning
we,
in.
We getting back. We getting back.
Yeah, we need it.
While we talking about before we talking about Sunday school though, like you said, that missing age group. We're trying to start a youth, not
Young
a youth,
adult
a young adult ministry at
Okay.
church, where we just connecting, people our age, and even people that went to the church that we grew up with that left, see if they want to come back.
Right.
Because I do feel like,
Step out.
yeah, that's that missing age group,
Yeah.
and then like our age or have the kids for the youth, so we can't have kids there if you don't got their parents there.
All right.
So yeah, we definitely working on that. But yeah, Jay kind of got me. I think she got involved with the youth ministry first, and then watching her work with Deacon Bruce and his wife, and how they just like made everything included us in everything. And then you get down there with the kids, it's you go down there one time and you just stuck. You like I'll let these kids
It's
know.
over.
Like, yeah, it's over.
Yeah,
So
it's your calling.
That's a good
It was
call.
definitely it was definitely written when y'all was born that this was going to be. I never, to be honest, I never imagined them
Yeah.
being downstairs with these children every Sunday.
Right.
Each and every Sunday. Like it don't matter what they doing in their personal lives or whatever, they still gonna get up and go to church and be down there with these children and ministering to these children. I never would have thought, but they are great
Thanks.
Sunday school teachers. And, and I just love that about y'all because, y'all just doing, y'all calling, like I said, but they still hood at the end of the motherfucking
Definitely got that dog
day.
in us.
Still
Yeah,
hood
for
at the end
sure,
of the
for
motherfucking
sure.
day. So we gonna hop on into this family.
where are you
Yeah.
going? Where are you moving to?
I'm going to North Carolina.
All right.
Charlotte.
That's a little 8-hour drive.
Charlotte, yeah, get away. Come down. You know, you
Yeah.
gotta take off of work. You know, come down. We ain't gotta do Airbnb. We gonna stay at my crib, and you know, we gonna
I
family.
love to save a
That's
cute
what's
coin.
family. Yeah, family.
Say
We
less.
gonna kumbaya. You know, tell stories and our jokes, and you know, play our games. You know, sip on our sippies.
They like
step
playing left, right, center.
For sure.
And
Yeah.
Tiff always
I'm
winning.
always like the first couple.
Always winning.
But it's like anywhere I go playing that game, I always win the first 3,
Yeah.
most of 3. Other than that, I don't be winning no more.
You don't.
No, after that, no.
When
I'm
Tiff
like
start
win
winning.
maybe out the night, but it's been about I done lost about 5 or 6 times till I win again.
Oh,
Yeah, but I always win the first couple rounds.
yeah. When
Yeah.
Tiff start, when I gets to going.
Facts.
Yeah,
Get my
I always-
dollars, bitch. Get my dollars.
always-
I lost $6. All right. Yeah, that's 2 games.
I always be
That got
winning.
me.
Yeah, I mean, I start out winning, but you know, then y'all be beat me, you know, and it's just because we are real big on family.
Facts.
We are real big on family. We got crazy people in our family.
Yes.
To keep it a bean, to keep it 100 with you.
No family is perfect. Disclaimer.
No family
Yeah.
is perfect, and don't go because. But it's one thing because everybody, and I'm just gonna say it. Everybody be watching my stories and stuff, and they love the fact that we come together as a family, and we have our family trips and we have our family gatherings. And they be like, I want to be adopted into your family, or I want to go with y'all because y'all always going here, y'all always going there, and all that. Yeah, and we do, but don't get it fucked up, baby. It's a lot of things that go down behind closed doors.
It look good.
In the
It
family,
do.
it look good.
It look
It look
good.
good,
Sunday
but
sharp.
a lot of people can get it together. At this day and age, can definitely get some lessons learned to them. It is what it is. But we do stick together.
Yeah.
Not too many fighting. It's a whole lot of fussing. You know, it's a whole lot of fussing. A whole lot of fussing in the family. But we still always come back together because we are just family, and that's what I love about them because they have big hearts. So I know one day they will be great parents.
Stop saying I'm getting
Great.
queasy.
Great. I mean, I'm just saying.
It's almost over for me.
We speaking the real deal Holyfield on my show, and that's what it is.
Yeah, I
But y'all know
appreciate that.
yourself. Y'all know y'all will be great. I mean,
Thank
all
you.
the kids that I ever take to y'all are godparents. You know, you were chosen godparents for a reason. But you know, the children gravitate to y'all, and then y'all deal with the community, with the youth every Sunday. You know, and that's a great thing that you do, and you have to be a special person to be able to deal with someone else's child downstairs and try to teach them and try to guide them, and then also teach and guide them at the same time, giving them the good word of the Lord.
Yeah.
So, so y'all all about family. I just wish they, you know, I don't want to put it on them, but, you know, just hurry up, you know, have something. One of
It's
these
coming.
days.
Got
Yeah, one
about
of these
a
days,
year.
God willing, and hopefully, you know, because everybody's, you know, do things the wrong way. You have children when you're really not ready and all that. But I can say, if they were to have them right now, they are well prepared.
think so?
Physically, mentally, financially, yes, you guys are well
Oh,
prepared.
thank you.
You
I
are
received
prepared.
it.
You're prepared. Like, you watch me grow up.
Yes.
Okay.
Tiffany is a great.
the big-
Hold on.
Yeah.
Tiffany, when you talk about a single mom, baby, Tiffany throws down. When I tell you, Tiffany, she gonna get it rocking and rolling for them kids.
I'll try.
Tubby and Mir,
I'll
your
try.
mom loves you if
I'll
y'all watching
try.
this, okay? Tiffany is a great example that we were able to and blessed to watch growing up because, like she said, we're only about 12 years apart. But she had 2 kids that were close to our ages. So she basically had 4 kids. She had us and she had her 2 sons. And Tiffany, talk about a juggler. Them balls was juggling, not one ball dropped. And that's why our son graduated now.
Yeah.
Kudos to you, mama.
And the other one
Kudos
doing
to
good too.
you.
Yeah.
Yes, Mir
Mir's
Mir.
Killing
doing
it.
good too.
Yeah.
Mir is
And,
young and fabulous and very mature.
I appreciate that. And y'all bringing me to tears.
Don't
because
cry. Tiffany a cry.
I don't really hear that
Yes,
too
yeah.
often because, and I don't really, I gotta be crying on my show. I don't want to do that, but it is a struggle being a single parent. And I do have a support system, but at the end of the day, I wake up day in day out, it's just really me and my children, and it's a struggle because, again, as I stated, I have a donor who don't really do shit but donate when he want to donate. So, and I try to do and raise my kids and do for them what I didn't have, or give them the things that I didn't have, or let them do the things that my mom didn't let me do. All the while not being their best friend, but still being their friend, but still being a parent at the end of the day. And it's still hard because I'm still mother and father to them. He's in college for his 5th year. So, it's hard, struggling. I do have a system that I can call on. But to actually hear someone tell me, because I don't get told that, and I struggle all the time with them
But
doing things.
I don't even cut you off, but the thing about you though that I always love, you always keep it G, right? And like, you know what I mean? If you're not there or you're not around, you will never think the struggle is going on with you because the way you carry it. And you know what I mean? Like, every time we had conversations and I'm like, yo, Tiff really carry it different because Tubby really not that, like, my age gap to you is Tubby age gap to me. But you know what I mean? Like the way you carry it with him, it's like, damn, you would never even thought. You know what I mean? And you really hold it down. So yeah, you deserve your flowers. You know what I mean? If you don't hear it enough, we're gonna tell you you're a great mom. You know what I mean? And them boys love you and they lucky to have you. Like they was able to get a provider and then somebody be real with them about the real world. So a lot of stuff that they seen and was exposed to, they already knew because they had somebody at home keeping it real with them. And that's not what a lot of kids get. So
Right.
shout out to you, Tiff.
Shout out. And I will
Thank
say
you.
this. They may not act like they appreciate and receive it now. But boy, when I tell you, when they get to be our age and they look back at the things they could have gone through, but you stopped them from going through it, they're going to be like, yeah, my mom, she a real one. And you may not feel like it now, but baby, they going to take care of you.
I appreciate it.
They going to take care of you.
I really do.
You don't like what you've been going through. Just remember that.
I don't.
You don't at all.
Maybe.
Got that nice slick bun, and you still got edges.
Okay. After they done came out. Okay. After I snatched them out, okay?
You still got
Snatched them out, okay?
So you're doing a lot better than a lot of folks out here. That's
Thank you. I
being
appreciate
single
that because
parents,
I mean I don't hear that, and again I'm a single parent, so single parents be looking to hear that sometimes because you don't never really know what a person go through, or because I'm constantly robbing Peter to pay Paul to make things happen. And I'm not great. Nobody's great, and I always fall on hard times sometimes, but I don't never hit rock bottom because I'm a child of God, and I keep them heavy in here, and I always talk to him even when things are good, when things are bad. I always talk to him. Y'all got me crying, Lord Jesus. This was not part of the show.
That's because God is here, omnipresent.
But I do. I thank y'all for that. Like I do. I love y'all to death for that. Like
We love
that
you.
really, really touched me. I did not really plan on crying on today's show, but I do. I appreciate it so much. But tell me how y'all feel about family. Like what does family mean to y'all? Because a lot of people, like I said, they look at us and it's always, I wish I was your family. Like y'all look, they all, because y'all always see us smiling and laughing and all that. And we always out eating, exchanging gifts. We are always out loving on each other. But behind the scenes, the love ain't always there. It can be tough love. It can be rough love. It be days where everybody has misunderstandings and, everybody don't agree on stuff and, stop speaking and stop talking. But the world wouldn't know that. Definitely wouldn't know that. So never judge a book by its cover. Because we all are human. And again, we are a family. And with family, don't go through things. Everybody's not perfect. I don't know a family that don't have misunderstandings or can't communicate right or don't know how to speak and talk to a person. I don't know how to really say what's on your mind or speaking your true feelings, or you hiding behind another person, or you letting another person dictate your everyday living, or what's going on in life. So like tell it, like what is family to y'all? What does family mean?
To me, family is everything, but I'm such a hard lover that
You are.
I don't let things slide. This is not electric slide. We're not sliding nothing around here. So I'm like, man, it's a lot going on. Text my brother, like, well, we need to say something. My brother, he's just the quiet one. And I'm the wild one, but I have a lot to say. And usually I would be like sensitive, emotional, crying, just very upset when family is not getting along. But now I'm 30 years old and I'm like, I'm able to have an adult conversation. So let's talk about it. If it's
Yeah.
a problem, I want to talk about it. And I just feel like now I'm getting to the point where I'm seeing that I have to give a lot of grace because my family who raised me, I don't think that they really understand accountability.
They don't.
And being able to express themselves the way that I would like for them to. So I'm trying to tone it back down, but I get a little mad these days. I love my family to death. I would die for any of them, do anything for them. But I think that because I love a certain way, I'm expecting that conversation that I'm going to tell you how I feel. I'm going to tell you I love you every day type of love back. But I just think that the love that I'm showing is a little different. It's fine because like you said, we're not perfect. I love my family always, but yeah, I'm a hard lover, and now I want to have those tough conversations. I don't want anything to be swept under the rug. Let's take that rug back, all that trauma, unhealing, and everything. Let's push it back to the front. Let's sweep it. Let's clean it up now because we can't live with junk forever.
Let's talk about
so let's talk about it, and that's how I feel about family. I love them to death, but we just got some work to do. There's no babies anymore. Mir is the baby, but he's what, 20?
He's about to be 21 in December.
So there's no babies.
There's no more babies. Everybody's all adults.
So yeah, I love my family. If y'all watching, because I know y'all watching.
Of course.
Yeah, I feel like for me, family is an extension of ourselves. It's a group of individuals that come together, and whether that's blood, whether that's through, situations, experiences. But just speaking like about our family, I feel like a lot of circumstances has happened that kind of cultivated to where we are to be today.
I like that word, cultivated.
That
word. That was good. It's that
Hey, you know what I mean? But
I like that.
But as I do, because these days I'm trying to do more of the part I play and stuff.
Right.
And again, like we already said, nobody's perfect. Right. Every family going to have a problem, but it's I kind of make it selfish about me. Like, all right, because they didn't handle it this way, what did I learn from that? What can I take from that? And I feel like that's a part of family, like growing. So like you said, we got a problem with accountability. So it may look like for me, I have to do more on my end. Because I can't expect more from you. Like, you are who you are. I'm 31. Our family's older than us. So it's like, I'd rather do more on my part and try. Opposed to...
I'm working on it.
Opposed to them doing more. And I just try to be more understanding. Because honestly, I'm not going to lie, like, time is short.
Yeah. And it ain't promising.
You know what I mean? So I'm trying to... Bad days are going to happen. Arguments are going to happen.
Definitely,
it's life.
Definitely.
But if every day we could talk and just have a little brief conversation, check in here and there, I'm cool with that.
I agree.
Because I don't even like, to be honest.
He don't like the
drama in the family.
No,
like, he don't. I'm for.
I won't come around. Y'all arguing? Oh, I'll catch y'all next holiday.
Right. Or he'll get up and leave.
Yeah,
he'll leave early.
Absolutely.
Out
the door.
Like, oh no, we're not leaving.
He'll leave out the door. So, he won't. Like, he ain't for the bullshit.
No,
that is one thing I can say. You ain't. Like,
he's not.
You ain't
He's
for the shenanigans.
Yeah, I just
never.
I just feel like some things just can be talked out, and if it can't, right there in that moment, that's cool. You can come back to it.
People have tempers and high.
Yeah, but we not about to. Y'all not about to ruin my Easter.
Yeah. Okay. Ruin my dinner.
Yeah.
Ruin this outing that we have and all that.
Not this $35 sandwich I'm about to eat. We going.
Okay, because
we going. All right, I'm holla at y'all. So
yeah, because we didn't been out on occasions, and we didn't had family arguments that then blew up.
Child.
That then blew up in the restaurant looking at everybody. Like, and again, y'all be looking at my family thinking my family perfect, but we not. Like, we didn't have full blown arguments at dinner tables. Crab du jour. Yeah, one of them was crab du jour.
Damn near bent.
Pictures on the wall.
Okay. That last, and it was. The family argument went somewhere where it definitely shouldn't have went. Definitely shouldn't have went. It hurt my heart a little bit. But everybody was just looking and like, oh shit, like
Embarrassing.
it was definitely it was totally embarrassing. To be out in the public and to be arguing with family members and be saying some hateful things that we say, and we gotta just try to keep each other's feelings at up here. Because you can cut somebody real deep with these words, or with your words.
Yo.
But at the end of the day, ain't nobody gonna keep on forgiving you and shit because you just want to keep on throwing sharp jabs or saying disrespectful or hurtful things. Because if we a family, we supposed to nurture and love on each other. We're never supposed to cause pain and want to see each other down or cause pain to one another, or and then all of the not speaking for weeks and months and years at a time. And that's just me, because I'm the only one that they put me in and out the family, and that's okay. And I'm fine with that because I am who I am. I'm not training for nobody. A lot of people, you just can't take me. But this
We can.
and I have to learn to humble this hold on my face, because that's why I'm being kicked out. But it's just like, you can say what you want to me about what I got going on in my life, but when I give it back to you, oh, I'm wrong. I'm disrespecting you.
One thing about this family, like you take it low, I'm gonna take it to hell.
Yeah.
They go straight to hell. They don't hold no punches. You say one joke, oh,
It's over. It's over. It's over.
yeah, like damn, I ain't even. I told you that comfort. I was damn bad. I ain't saying no your girlfriend left you last week. I'm just saying, like, all right.
They take your words,
Boy,
roll them up and throw them right
telling
back
you.
And
at
throw
you.
them.
Only
Like,
Yo, I told Lisa the other day, I'm like, yo, I got my first apartment on my own was because, remember, they was outside and Lisa was talking about me.
Who?
In my room.
You finally told her?
Yeah,
You
my
told her
room
that?
my room at the
Okay.
time was above where they was talking.
The
and I was
table.
like, I said, y'all was talking about me like I was a dog. I said, and I
Yeah.
applied for
I'm
apartment
glad you
right
told
then
her
and there.
that.
And I that's when I got my first apartment by myself.
I'm glad you told her that. What she say?
They was like, oh, well, I said, nah, it's cool. Like, it's no, nothing. Because I heard what y'all was saying.
Right.
I know what y'all was
And they
saying.
be
You know what I
talking-
mean?
They be saying some stuff.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They take it to hell. I'm
They
like,
get it said.
damn.
They
You
say
be like,
it.
damn.
And then they sprinkle some relish and pickle juice on it.
Yeah, and then you be
Little
like, well,
paprika.
I'm saying, I be telling people, like, that's like, when I get in an argument with people, I don't argue anyway, but like people try to say words, I be like, hey, whatever you can say to me, I guarantee I heard worse. Go ahead, wrap this up, big dog. Like,
it be your own people, and then you be like, damn, how can you? I put so much love into you. I pour so much love into you, and you can say these things to me.
Yeah.
You can treat me like this. Okay?
Girl.
Because and I don't even know what happened, but I ain't spoken to certain people in the family since I moved out of my house. And it's not even my fault.
I was about to say.
And I ain't do nothing. I ain't do nothing but move out of my house. I ain't do nothing, but I'm trying to transition to buy a home. So I feel like, and like I mentioned this in the previous shows, I had to save up my rent. So I'm not going to keep on paying $1,250 in rent every month as being a single parent. Mm-hmm. And I still got all the bills to pay. I can't save like that. Right. So I had to move out of my house and rent a room from somebody to save up that $1,250. I'm not saving that whole $1,250, but majority of that is get put to the side. I still got bills to pay. I still got like to live. But for majority of the family to not even offer a room, a couch, a basement, these two offer me what I needed, But it's hurtful because how would you want to see me out in the street? How would you want to see me in a shelter? How would you want to see me living with somebody else that was in the family previously? Why I gotta be moving in with a uncle that's no longer in the family?
Oh, God.
No longer in the family.
Preach,
Y'all want me to
preach.
move in there with him? Move in with one of the ex-husbands. Oh yeah, move in there with him and all that. But you ain't offering up your couch, your basement, your living room, and for a few months. I ain't a bad person. Like I respect everybody's house. So I'm not gonna smoke weed in their crib because they don't smoke. You know what I'm saying? I respect some stuff. So don't try to say it's because of my bad habits, because I respect everybody's household. I never walked. you allowed me to smoke in the basement. We was partying.
And I did. It's my mortgage.
She allowed it because
mortgage.
she's a homeowner, and she said, "Well, you know, cousin, well, you can smoke." And that was that one time. Other than that, I go upstairs. I go outside. So don't make it seem like it's because of my bad habits or what I'm doing, because I respect everybody's cribs. I respect everybody's boundaries and what everybody got to say. But the reason I keep doing this on every show, I hate that I be doing this and I might clear my throat and stuff, but I hate hearing it. But it was nobody offered up a couch again. I'm gonna say it again. A couch, a basement, a living room, a floor, a pallet, nothing. And we family. We are rocking and rolling. Christmas, birthdays, Valentine's Day, Easter, Thanksgiving, Mother's Day, Father's Day. Whatever is going on with the family, we are together as one. We always coming together. But when I need somewhere to stay, I can't stay nowhere. I'm in a hotel for 2 weeks. You know, come out of pocket. And again, they was like, you know, cause I got you. Appreciate it. But for the older ones that I've been loving on all of my life. Literally
Before
all
us.
of my life. Okay? I was the firstborn. I was the only child in the family. The grandchild at first. For no one to offer up a couch or anything, that hurt. And I ain't talked to them really since. And it's just like, and it's not like I'm not speaking to them. Ain't nobody call me and check on me and say, how are you? How are you doing? What's going on with you? Where are you at? Are you okay? Nobody said nothing. Just like I moved out and everything stopped. Why? Because I was needing somewhere to stay, or I was needy at the fucking time. Because just weeks ago was Christmas and we was all together exchanging gifts and all that, how the family is doing. And then a couple weeks later, come January hit, and Tiffany needs somewhere to stay, and it go to the shelter, go here, go there. But it's not saying I expected it, but I kind of did. But it just hurt because here's my aunts and my second mother, who, you know, is my world. Just basically like, I don't know what you gonna do. I could have been in my damn car. And motherfucker ain't, to this day, they still ain't called me and said, are you okay? They know what I'm doing because I keep seeing their head boggle on my stories every day. So they know I'm all right and I'm living good and all that. They know I'm alive, you know. We still go to the same damn church. But it's like, ain't nobody, what happened? What did I do?
Nothing. And your feelings are valid.
And that's weird. And it's weird. And that's why I just, at this day and age, it's just like, it's to the point where I don't even care. Like, that situation, it's hurtful that people who you love and generally praise your whole life, and, you know, it's just, you loved on them, they loved on you, and just, but when you finally need somebody, wasn't nobody around. Like, and it hurts. It definitely hurts. And from what I'm hearing and from what I'm told, you can't blame it on who you got in your household, because I'm quite sure none of my uncles know my situation, because if they did, they would have probably said, you can come here. And I just don't know what the meaning is behind why I couldn't come stay with anybody while I'm in transitioning. I might stay on the bike for a year, a few months, so I can save up money to buy a house. I'm not out here in the streets blowing my money, you know, not doing this, doing the wrong things. I'm trying to better myself so I can be greater later. You know, I mean, that's what family is for. Family's supposed to help you out. That's what I thought anyway. And that's when, as coming up, a lot of friends turn into family, because friends tend to be there more than family. And it's sad. And it's real sad, but it happens everywhere, and it happens in life. But I'm so big and heavy on family. Like I'm always willing to give somebody. I've had 7 houses, and out of the 7 houses I stopped counting at like 57. Well, I've had people, girlfriends, boyfriends, My bro here, my next guest, done stayed with me because he needed, because he was in between cribs and needed somewhere to stay. And he was on my couch, but I made room for him. You feel what I'm saying? Because I don't like seeing nobody out in the street, or if I got it, you got it. And I might not can give you a whole lot, but I can give you something, because that's the heart that I have, and that's how I was raised. Though I was raised this way, by people who didn't even return the favor when I needed it. And it's just weird. Like, how you raised me to be this person? To be this kind, good-hearted Christian, God-fearing person. Like, how you raised me to be this way? And you ain't even standing 10 toes down on how you raised me.
That's a sign.
That don't even make no sense. And this shit, and again, I keep saying, my show gonna ruffle feathers, because this shit is just a real deal in your face type shit, because it's just everyday shit. But that's just it. Sometimes family ain't shit. And I'm just gonna keep it a being with you. That's being honest, that's being 100. Family ain't shit. And I just, but again, I'm a child of God, and I pray about everything. I don't pray about a little, I don't pray about a lot, I pray about everything. I pray when I got good times. You ain't supposed to always pray when you down and out and when you going through things. You just don't call on him when you need him. Mm-hmm. You talk to him and you thank him on a daily for waking up, for the air that I breathe. I'm not sick. I'm not in jail. I have a job. I'm struggling, robbing Peter to pay Paul my bills, but I'm here, and I got 2 great children who I've had a village help me raise, that are finding their way through life, having jobs, cars, graduating college, graduating high school, was on honor rolls throughout their whole life and everything. Sometimes I could be on my way to go get something to eat. I only got about fucking $10. And somebody sitting here looking all dirty, struggling, and I know I ain't ate in a minute. I might get them 2 or 3 of my dollars, and now I gotta double back on what I got now, because I can't get what I want to go get. I gotta get something lesser, but I'm still gonna eat. But now I'm just made sure this person eat. And, they might go get some liquor or some beer, but I don't know. But they needed it, and I had it. And I looked at my hand. I said, well, I'm going to still be able to eat. Yeah. But I'm not going to be able to go get what I was planning on getting, because then my money got a little bit left. But I still help, and I still bless someone that, help them, and
planted a seed.
And you'll get blessings like
Absolutely.
that. Everything don't happen overnight, planting seeds, people think when you sow a seed and things still go rough 2 weeks, 2 days, 3 weeks from now,
I have
2 months from now.
For you. I just looked at that plant as you were speaking, right? Mm-hmm. And when you plant a seed, we just planted pop-ups, tomatoes and peppers.
I seen y'all.
That's not gonna grow overnight. So when we plant seeds,
you gotta nourish that
and
seed.
Yes, you have to
nourish
it. You gotta fertilize
it.
You gotta let the sun shine. It has to get a little bit of rain, but it goes through many seasons.
Yeah,
it's not happening just we planted a seed. Tomorrow we got a whole sunflower. No, you might not see that flower for months, years, decades, but it's gonna come when it's time for you to get it. When in due time, when the good Lord see fit. Yeah, it's gonna come. Absolutely. So, and, I always try to, help people out, because I don't like blocking my blessings, And again, I seem like I'm always falling on harder times more than gooder times, but, I'm still here. I have all 10 toes, 10 fingers, I'm not sick right now, I can still smell, eat, breathe, run, jump, laugh, sing, cry. I can still do everything, so, and then we look on TV, or people who live in different countries, and you look at them, you be like, damn, like you always complaining about how you live, and somebody else is doing 10 times worse. Yeah. People out there they sleeping in dirt every night. They waking up, don't even know how they gonna eat, and then I'm sitting here like, oh my God, what I'm gonna eat? I only got a couple meats in the freezer today, but I still got a bed. I done woke up. I can see. I'm able to talk. I flicked on my lights. Right. I can hop in the shower. I can get in my car. I can pull off. I can walk down the step. Okay? Yeah. I don't need help doing nothing. Yeah. I'm still able to go to the bathroom on my own. So you just gotta, you take things for granted, and you block a lot of blessings by, trying to block somebody else's blessings and everything. But again, I'm all about family, and I'm all about
helping family out and being there for family. But the fake family and all that, I can just kind of deal without, because it's just I don't, I'm in this day and age, I don't want to keep on going back and forth with a person, family, friend, or friend. I just want to live life and love on each other, help another person build and grind and get to this mugger and be happy and travel the world and take trips and just, I'm all about positive things, nothing negative. I'm trying to grow, and you gotta always crawl before you walk, and there's always lessons to be learned. It's always a lesson learned. Ain't nobody smarter than the next person. Everybody, somebody can always do something better in their life. You can always help somebody else do better. You can always be a better person. It just don't stop at what you're doing, And people tend to look down people who don't really have, or who's not as fortunate as them. People ain't like my son, 20 years old at the port. This nigga making more money than me.
Go Mir.
He making more money than
That's
me.
my second son,
at the
y'all.
port. He's 20 years old. He making more money than me, as he should.
Yep.
As he should. So, again, and then, I'm everybody's hype man, so I'm always for, but it's just family. I love everyone, I never want to see no one down and out. I want to see everybody grow and flourish and be the best that they can be. But sometimes, sometimes people, get jealous of you or hate you in the ways that you don't even know. Praying on your downfall, and they loving on you and hugging on you, but that loving and hugging on you ain't good. It ain't real. Sometimes it ain't always good, and good loves and good hugs and stuff. Like, people got secret hidden agendas and all that. I mean, I'm just trying to stay family, to stick together. Stop trying to tear each other down, and trying to tear each other apart, and help each other uplift one another. Help someone grow and prosper, and, just be a better person.
Amen.
Yeah.
Thank you, Apostle Tiffany.
All right. So we're like, what do y'all, again, because y'all ain't parents right now, but do y'all see yourselves being parents one day?
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Yeah, God willing.
God willing, but
y'all
yes, for
definitely
sure.
already had to practice from watching my kids and
We did.
your friends' children
Absolutely.
and stuff, and growing up, and y'all been blessed by the best, and y'all have good hearts.
Thanks.
And stuff.
Thank you. Yeah.
And so do y'all have anything else to say to the people about family, or do you have any words for any families that are going through any things right now? What can help them go to a person and speak that they're not speaking to, or what can help them heal something that's broken in their family? Anything encouraging for that?
Yeah. So I don't know if I don't want to go into like a spiritual. I was going to say a prayer, but I don't know who worships who. But so that's not my business. But I will say that I pray.
But we Christians, so this is my
We're
show. So
Christian.
if you want to do a prayer, we gonna do a prayer on Miss Spicy Red show, okay? Because that's what it is. This is my shit.
This is hers.
Yeah.
This spicy red.
Yeah.
I'll keep it.
Yeah, all
neutral.
religions are going to view my
Neutral.
show, but I am a Christian, and I'm not going to not pray on my show because somebody watching my show is not a Christian.
Okay. Well, I'll say that for after food as well. I just want to say, I just pray that when you're dealing with family, just know that we don't get to choose family. God places those people in our lives for a reason.
Yes.
And I also pray that when you're going through things with your family, that your heart softens. So that way, like my brother said earlier, sometimes we just have to have an understanding of who these people are, because we can't change them. Only God can. So before we get mad, we get sad, like Tiffany just said, we're blessed at the end of the day. So don't let the devil, the enemy, anything
You better
come
say
in between, because right
Preach.
now, I heard the devil is working overtime, trying
Always.
to destroy families. And we can let him do that, because family is all you got, whether it be blood, whether it be friendships, but family is all you got. So just take that with a grain of salt. Just know, like you said earlier, we don't have a lot of time. You never know when your time is. So love on your people, love on yourselves, and just be grateful for the support that you have.
Yeah. To our family, I know y'all gonna see this. We love y'all.
They are.
First and foremost.
Definitely
Like,
love y'all.
We love y'all.
Definitely. I wouldn't be where I am without my
Yeah, so
godmother
we gonna
and
just
her sisters and her fathers and these two. But go ahead.
we
Sorry.
leave it at that. We love y'all. And to everyone out there with their families and going through tough times, just we gotta have grace. Everybody dealing
Definitely.
with a lot, whether it's known, unknown, but just have grace, and just love each other and have patience. Grace, love, and patience.
Right. Right.
Look up Galatians chapter 5, verse 29.
Yeah,
All the fruits of the Spirit.
exactly.
So before, and I just said I wouldn't be, but I don't want to take away from my own mother because I just said I wouldn't be for where I am if it wasn't for my godmother. But I wouldn't be with her for my mother too. So I'm not taking away from my mom,
Absolutely.
My mom
or
owned her.
that because if it wasn't for her, I wouldn't be here.
Correct.
So we ain't taking away from my mom.
Happy
That's
Mother's
my
Day
twin.
to all the mothers
Yeah.
too. Coming up.
Coming up, yeah. Happy Mother's
Mother's
Day.
Day.
So I do thank you guys for coming on to my show.
Thanks
I love
for
y'all.
having us. We
no
love you.
problem. We
you.
definitely
Love
want
you.
to get me fried skedaddle. Definitely. But I thank y'all for coming on my show. I love y'all. I love the people who you guys are becoming.
Me too.
And
We
thanks
love
for
you so
coming. And
much.
I love you guys to death. You are two of my favorite people in the whole wide world. So before we end the show, we are going to lead out with some prayer. Okay, so we're going to bow our heads. And if you at home, can bow yours too. And if you ain't Christian and you don't want to bow, then that's on you. Okay?
You are crazy. All right. Our hearts and mind are clear.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Father God, we come before you this evening humbly, thankful, and grateful.
Yes.
We just say thank you, God, for keeping us in our right minds, God. Thank you for giving us the ability to move our limbs, God. Thank you that you have given us a voice to speak, God, a mind to think, God, a mouth to speak, ears to
Yes.
hear, eyes to see, a
Yes.
nose to smell,
Yes.
God. Fingers to feel, God. We just say thank you right now, God. Thank you for that. You have given us spiritual senses, God. Thank you that you have given us discernment, God, to discern people, places, and things, God. I ask that as we go through the rest of this week, God, that we are able to receive our blessings. And while we are receiving those blessings, that we are grateful for the blessings that we have bestowed upon us, Father God. We just say thank you for being you. Thank you for sending your son to die on the cross for our sins, God, because we know that we were born into sin and we will sin every day, but we just thank you so
better
much for your
say it.
grace and your mercy, God. You are perfect in all of your ways. You are omnipresent and omnipotent, Father God. We just say thank you. We had 10,000 tongues. That wouldn't be enough to praise your name or to give you thanks. So we just give you all the honor, the glory, and the praises right now and forevermore, God. It's in all these things I pray in Jesus' precious name. Amen.
Amen. Listen, my babies are praying warriors. I promise you, they can pray on you, get you through whatever. They be at the table and everything praying before dinner and all that. But thank y'all for tuning in.
Thank
to
you.
Let's Talk with your host, Miss Spicy Red. Tune in next week where we'll have a special guest.
Happy Mother's Day.
Deuces.